While content creation is an amazing way to practice what you're learning in the classroom, there are other ways to learn about or even begin your career while still in college. The special screening of Trauma to Triumph, The Rise of the Entrepreneur was nothing short of just that, special. Kathy Hughes' story has inspired many, and this documentary will only further that inspiration. From the Kathy Hughes School of Communications, I'm Laniyah Collins with News Vision. Dealing with fibroids can cause frequent hospital visits. Dr. Donna Myers speaks to the preventative work that can be done to stop and stunt the growth of fibroids.
You have to own your own means of communication. You have to own your own means of manufacturing. You have to be your own boss. You have to be...
Kathy Hughes, the namesake of the School of Communications, held a screening of her documentary, Trauma to Triumph, The Rise of an Entrepreneur, which entails her journey to success. After this screening at the School of Communications, there was a conversation held between Ms. Hughes and Professor James Reed, who also has a specialty in business and entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship and business building, it's a complicated recipe. You have to know yourself. You have to know your weaknesses and strengths. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to have friends. But you also have to know things.
The discussion between Ms. Hughes and Professor Reed was followed by a panel with Ashley Fox and Nan and Harold Klein. In this panel, they gave out business and entrepreneurship advice and echoed some of the sentiments of Ms. Hughes.
I think that it's really important for them to understand that it doesn't matter if the crowd is going to the right or the left. You go straight ahead and stay focused on what you believe in and never compromise your morals, your principles for a dollar.
The special screening of Trauma to Triumph, The Rise of the Entrepreneur was nothing short of just that, special. Kathy Hughes' story has inspired many, and this documentary will only further that inspiration. From the Kathy Hughes School of Communications, I'm Laniyah Collins with News Vision. Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedy Royal to many who follow her online, studies marketing at Howard University. She uses these marketing skills not only on her assignments, but also on her social media. Her largest following being her TikTok, where she has over 247,000 followers and 8 million likes. Lauren gives her take on applying these skills to her social media.
A very interesting challenge that doesn't come up for many content creators because they're not in college and they're not marketing students is having the overlap. It's very awkward when your teacher is like, oh yeah, you know, who has a social media? And one day we were learning about social media influencers and they were like, yeah, you should pay them this much. And it was like severely underpaid.
Lauren's mom shares how she's able to balance content creation while being a student.
So for Lauren, balancing life, college, and social media influencing, I read on one of her platforms just the other day that it's not about balance. Life is more like fitting puzzle pieces together.
While content creation is an amazing way to practice what you're learning in the classroom, there are other ways to learn about or even begin your career while still in college.
So advice that I would give to somebody who's trying to, learn their craft while they're doing it is to just start. That's always the hardest part, and that's usually where people get stuck in trying to figure out, oh, how do I do this perfectly? You don't.
Getting started can look different for everyone, but it's important to gain experience before you completely enter the workforce. With News Vision, I'm Laniyah Collins.